Shalom and good day all. This is Tehillim29 back again for another anime review. And in this anime review, I am going to be reviewing season 3 of Black Butler Book of Circus. And I must admit, I really enjoyed this season more so than the previous season. And it's really nice to do um, a version or a review like this in regards to Black Butler, because my last previous reviews have been written and on the Rainbow Press and Comics website. At least with this review for season 3, at least I can cover it um, through a video of sorts. And I want to share this video along with my experience with season 3 of Black Butler, Book of Circus. And I must admit, I really enjoyed this season. I think I enjoyed this season more so than the second season and the end of quite possibly the end of the last season, or the end of the first season. So, just jumping into my notes, and well, this season had quite a bit to cover, especially in relation to the area of the protagonist. And the protagonist being CL Phantom Hive, and of course his butler Sebastian. Now, season 3 really sets up CL's return to perform, and you'll see that when this review goes up with the website review. And the thing is, the beginning of this season sets CL Phantom Hive and his butler to investigate the disappearances of children in London, with the early investigation taking our protagonist clues that leading to a circus called Noah's Ark Circus. Now, it was really interesting as to how they set up around the circus. Like, the circus in its own way had its own character along with the occupants that are in it. And whilst this was happening, CL also set up some things whilst set up things at the Phantom Hive household whilst they were away doing their investigation. Now, as they make their way in the first couple of episodes, they set their sights into infiltrating the circus to see if there is a connection to the disappearance of the children of the streets of London and their circus. So, this real first part of the series really takes the character of CL, in essence, out of his comfort zone in order to sort of like learn information as to what is actually happening in regards to the disappearances of the children of the streets of London. And of course, we do find out as we do get a little bit further. And moving into the next couple of parts, Sebastian is accepted pretty quickly to become one of the staff of the circus. But as for CL, he is put in the hot seat from doing things that he isn't comfortable of doing by himself, and is normally done by Butler, his Sebastian, from chores to circus performances, with a little help from Sebastian to earn him his place. Now, that I thought was really clever in this actual part of the story, because it showed what Yana Taboso was doing with the character. She's like, you can see that she understands that in order for the character to learn what is happening in the circus and to actually find out if this circus is innocent or guilty in regards to the disappearances of the children that are happening in London, they're going to have to do something to fit in. And you see that with the help of Sebastian and also some of the things that happen along the way. As things move into the middle of this season, we start to see a connection to the dark side of the circus, where people are actually involved in the kidnapping of children off the streets of London, as well to learning that a Reaper or a Shinigami Grim Reaper is also present at the circus. And just so people aren't confused, they need to understand that each story writer has their own version of what is a Shinigami. In regards to this season, or in regards to Yanataboso's Shinigami, or their Grim Reapers, they are Grim Reapers to which, when someone dies, that they are able to look at someone's basically past all the way to their death. So they get to see basically their life flash before their eyes. And it's very similar to that motto that said that when you experience something to which you feel that you experience your life flash before you. So in this case, it's actually the Grim Reaper that in this story that sees the life of someone flash before them. So they get to see the beginning, their first days to their last days, including to who they're related to, or who they were, or which family that they were born into, what they experienced, and they can even record down in important details. Just to get that out of the way, just to help give the audience a little bit of understanding, because I will recommend this series. As things continue, Ciel and Sebastian devise a plan to learn more about the people running the circus, finding some information on a ring, as well as a warehouse that could house orphans, putting Ciel in a position to think fast on his feet with any encounters. While Sebastian isn't there to help him, putting creativity into his responses. Later, Ciel comes down with asthma and needs medical attention. And of course, we get to meet the doctor. I do apologize if I don't remember many of the names of the people who make up the circus. They had characters like the Joker. We had someone by the name called Wendy and Peter. And you'll get to see that a little bit more when I bring over my afterthoughts. Ciel ends up dreaming of his past and to where things went wrong, but making no regrets of his decisions as the next episode begins. With Sebastian given the order to identify the sigil of the signet ring found in the circus, two of the employees at the circus are in a discussion of leaving the circus with the known blood on their hands. As long as things continue in the story, Ciel and Sebastian's investigation give them time to return to the Phantom Hive household to discuss their findings, leading to names of the owner of the signet ring, who uses the alias's father, who is also called Baron Calvin. Joker, one of the employees of the circus, goes to see Baron Calvin, aka, or the alias father, to relay some information to him about two new acts they had, stringing back to Ciel, Phantom Hive, and Sebastian, as to whom Calvin is also searching for. We learn that Joker's past with Baron Calvin and how he holds power over his circus employees by using a bit of a you owe me card for helping you. At the Phantom Hive residence, Ciel has begun his road to recovery in relation to asthma and fever, leading to Sebastian to show, well, more kindness than Ciel, with the help of the visiting prince and his own butler. Growl, a Shinigami, has returned, and to the cast of Black Butler, because Growl is someone who has appeared in all 3 seasons, this being the 3rd season. After we learn that he has spent some time in confinement, as we return to what is happening with Ciel, with Baron Calvin, who recounts his meeting with Ciel, like, in other words, when he was younger, as well as wanting to replay a memory that traumatized Ciel in his past. Ciel and Sebastian also learn that a troop of members have also been sent out to attack the Phantom Hive household, once again bringing to mind people who Ciel cares about and are there, or who are there. But Sebastian has preparations set up before even the troops arrive. Now, as we begin to jump in this part of the season, and it starts to take place towards the end of the season, it shows you not only how conniving and cunning both Sebastian and also Ciel are in their investigations, but also in preparing for the unexpected. Now, this also showed once again in the area of season 1, or towards the end of season 1, when something happened. And in that, it sort of gave the impression of less time, but I've come to hear that towards the end of season 1 might not actually be manga canon, but I'm not too worried about it. It's still a series that I enjoy. So jumping back to the review, as I'm starting to approach the end of this, things get crazy in the Phantom Hive household as the servants of Ciel go into full protective mode to keep Elizabeth safe with the help of Mayrin, woohoo, Finny, woohoo, and Growl on the way to stop the circus troops from killing any members who are presently inhabit the mansion. We soon learn the head of the operation of the children missing is the doctor who worked for Baron Calvin in relation to the area of prosthetics. Now, if it's one thing that really showed a lot, especially at the beginning of the Book of Circus, is that a number of the circus performers also had prosthetics, like prosthetic arms, legs, and other things. And to where things at the beginning, it sort of showed that, okay, the father, or Baron Calvin, was actually responsible for this, but now we learn that Baron Calvin was actually put someone in charge, to which someone in charge was this particular doctor. And we find out that a number of these prosthetics also link to somewhat occult activity that was also used in relation to Ciel in the past. And it was very interesting as to how that story was developed. And you get to see a lot of that in a number of the flashbacks or the memories that are shown. As this story comes to a conclusion, we finally get to see the backstory of how the Noah's Ark Circus came together with the outcast that Baron Calvin took in under his care. We see Ciel and Sebastian go on the train to investigate a claim from Baron Calvin, only to find a place of interest deserted and run down and left in ruins. With Ciel coming to a revelation that humans can be just as dangerous as demons like Sebastian is, because Sebastian is in fact a demon to which he has a contract with CL. Now, moving into my afterthoughts of this, there is quite a bit I'd like to cover. And starting off with first things first, wow, what can I say? That this is one of the most incredible seasons of Black Butler that I have enjoyed from beginning to end. In the short amount of episodes that we were given, it gave a lot of depth into the characters and surroundings in the story. Things that took me by surprise, like Ciel and Sebastian going into undercover into the Noah's Ark Circus, which they named a lot of their characters in relation to, number one, nursery rhymes, the fairy tales like Peter Pan, then integrating it into the Missing Children arc. And that was absolutely spectacular as you learned how they lured them away to even the person who headed the operation, who I never expected it to be until the near very end. You can definitely tell that Yana Taboso, who is the creator of this story, really enjoys her mystery stories. And in this arc of what was manga accurate in the first season, and in this it makes me more hyped to make sure to collect all known manga volumes to the Black Butler series, or the Black Butler manga, as well as getting in-depth into the series. The voice acting was incredible, along with the animation of both the main and supporting characters. So from me, it gets a 9 out of 10 in relation to the story, as I really liked Ciel leaving his comfort zone to solve the case of the missing children. So for the overall rating, for the characters in this season, they get an 8 out of 10. I even enjoyed the supporting characters as well as the animation, to which the supporting characters also get an 8 out of 10. The animation, 8 out of 10. Story, 9 out of 10 from me. I want to give a big thanks to Yana Taboso and Crunchyroll, to which I got to watch this on. And until then, let's keep it colorful and have yourself an awesome day. Well, until then, stay tuned until my next lot of reviews come up. I appreciate you watching this. And if you really enjoy reviews like this and would also like to see reviews like this, please leave a message in the comments so I can check it out. If there's something that you would like to suggest for me, like even an anime or even a manga to check out, let me know in the comments. I am really open to wanting to learn of more manga that's out there that might grab my attention or interest, more anime out there that might grab my attention or interest. Well, until then, have yourself an awesome day, and let's keep it colorful.